at you with, I don't remember what Flosstube number because it's been like a month, maybe 3 weeks. I'm hoping only 3 weeks, but I think it's been a month. Anyway, welcome to those of you who have subscribed during that hiatus. I'm glad you decided to watch and you liked what you saw and that you decided to return. So for those of you that are coming back, hi, it's great to talk to y'all again. You can probably, you probably are like, oh, we're gonna see a ton of stuff. Yes and no, because I got hooked on a project. I just straight up got hooked on a project. I think it's a combination of the colors, the fabric, the pattern itself. For those of you who don't know, just recently I finished one of these little Mill Hill kits. Now, I did not like stitching on perforated paper, but what I did find that I enjoyed doing was the beading. So I started a Mirabilia, and that is like all I want to stitch on right now. Like, that's it. Like, I will spend all day. Today I've got grading to do because progress reports go home this week. I've got some, I've been up early. Michelle G over at Bendy Stitchy, she went live on Twitch really early this morning, which is good, but it's bad. But I'm procrastinating, so I thought I'd make a video. Part of the reason that I didn't make a video last week was because I was like, man, I just want to stitch on this project. And there you have it. So I was like, yeah, you know what? They've lived long enough without a video and an update for me. They can wait another week. I'll be okay. They'll be okay too. So, but yeah, I'm super excited. Yeah, I'm gonna show you all the things. I don't have a lot of haul, so I'm contemplating starting off with hauls, just because there's not much here. But I do think you need to buckle up, because while what I've stitched on is not, I mean, it's here. There's 4 or 5 projects that I stitched on. I'll give you an update on, but yeah, that's not what's going to take the most amount of time. What's going to take the most amount of time is everything that I did otherwise. Got any project bags you want to send my way? I need to make a trip to Joanne and get some fabric to make some project bags. That's your kind of foreshadowing there. So let's get into kind of what I've been stitching on. I did this during the last marathon for MMIW. This is my Trans Pride Tapestry. This is being stitched 2/2 on a Bestitch Me unnamed Friday Night Fight Night 32 count fabric. Absolutely beautiful. Had it in my stash when I went to kit this up, and it just went perfectly with it. I made a mistake in here, so I got to go back and undo some stitching. This actually there's some white diamonds in here. I don't know. I might try to fudge it. I might just undo those stitches and try again. I still haven't gone back and done this yet, but I'm making progress on it. I'll pull this back out when again, this right now is all fill-in for the most part, except for this right here and then like some white going through here, but otherwise everything's fill-in. So it's a lot of fill-in, mind you, but once I get going on it, I want to have this done this year though, so I'm probably going to have to stop my focusing on my other project and really start to get on this. But I do really need to get this diamond painting done. But anyway, Trans Pride Tapestry, D's 20 Stitches, Uncanny Kari on Instagram. Marvelous. I do have their Hex Hotel in Little Hexes. I'll probably get their Krampus release that comes out on November 18th. But I love it. It's been stuck in this Q-snap though, so I really probably should take it out and let it breathe a little bit, but it fits so nicely. I do have the needle minder that goes with this. However, it is currently on my needle minder board over there on the side. I got this at Needlework Galleria, and this is from the Heart's Content, and it's one of 4. This is number 1 of like 4 little minis that they're doing, and she encouraged you to try 40 count over 1, and I'm doing okay. My over 1 is not great, and you'll see that on my current project, but I'm working on it, and I tried it. Like I said, I got stuck with. I'm serious with this project. You'll see. I started on that project on October 30th, and I just, like I said, obsessed. But I do have this in my bag that I started bringing to school. So hopefully, and I have like a travel light that I'm gonna that I can pull out, so it also magnifies, because them holes are small, and I think I've gotten used to using a magnifier, so I've been cheating a little bit, but that's okay. It's turning out super cute. Like I said, my over 1 stitches aren't super great, and it's like not one to focus, but my over 1 stitches aren't like super amazing, but they do pretty good. I'm doing all right. It's super cute. That pink is super light though. Again, it's 40 count over 1. It's on, like, they call it muffin. It's a muffin linen that she had herself. And again, it came in the kit that I got from a round robin at Needlework Galleria. So that is where I moved from there. Got started on that one. Again, this goes in my bag that goes to work. And my temperature mandala. So this was completely enabled by Rachel at Rachel Ray on Instagram, Rachel Ray Crafts on Instagram and YouTube. This is the pattern by Apricot Polka Dot off of Etsy, and it's her temperature mandala. I just used the temperatures that she, or the colors that she suggested. This is a 14 count Ada, so 2 strands over 1. And it's coming out pretty cool. We're on the outside border coming around. This isn't up to today, so I'm missing like this week, the 8th through the well, I guess the 7th through the 14th or 13th, but yeah, we're getting back down into those greens, so it's interesting. I like seeing the different colors and the patterns, so it definitely makes the pattern look a little different. So, but yeah, I'm liking that a lot. I don't think I have any more trips planned this year, so I think I might go back and maybe either outline where I was, or maybe do like 1 strand of some kind of like the don't they have like the filament thread where it gives you like sparkles? I might do that where I was, like, not in Peoria where I live. So but yeah, so Apricot Polka Dot on Etsy. This is the temperature mandala, and I do the high temperature from wherever I'm at throughout the year. So yeah, super exciting. Oh, one additional thing. I gave you some decoration to look at. I do have some other diamond paintings that are completed, but this is a DAC, Diamond Art Club canvas. That most of my canvases are Diamond Art Club, but this is a Randall Spangler, and I love Randall Spangler. I love the draglings, Dewey and Dagmar. If I got close enough, I could tell you which one's which, but anyway, the draglings are super cute. This is a DAC canvas. Artist is Randall Spangler. This is So Many Books, So Little Time. And I thought about donating it to like my school library, but quite honestly, they don't have enough room. And it's like way up there because like my light switch right there, you know, because it's a thing. I don't know if I'm going to frame it or not. I haven't decided because that's going to be an expensive frame. But just thought I'd point that out. I do have another one that I want to put up, but short of putting it up over here, you all wouldn't probably see it. Okay, I'm gonna put that one to the side here for a second. I am behind on the cryptids. Again, I got caught up on the new project that I got, so everything else is kind of like, yeah, I'm not stitching on you. I'm not stitching on you. But this is my cryptids. I was up to the most recent release before the break, so I got to Frogman. And I found that when I did both of these kind of in the same weekend, I wasn't super happy. I got tired of it, so I think that might also be a little bit why I kind of put it to the side. But I do like them. They're super quick and easy. So there's the jackalope that's here and the Yeti that came out last week and this week. So I'm a little bit behind on that, but it's super cute. This is on a 28 count lavender Lugana from Zweigart. Yeah, the orange. So super cute. I do like it still, and now that I pull it out, I'm like, okay, it's still cute. It's still fun. But like I said, I'm obsessed with a different project right now, so that's just the way it is. And you'll see it here in a minute. I'm super excited. So the weekend of Halloween, I had kitted up, I don't know, I think I had kitted up like 7 projects, okay? And then my mom ended up going to Joanne, and I'll tell you a little bit of a story, but I somehow ended up with a 3012 strand of DMC that I don't know what project it's supposed to go to. But we'll figure that out. I mean, I did just go through them, so it's probably one, I needed it for something else, and I don't know what I needed it for. But it'll go in the drawer, and when I find that I need 3012, I will pull it out. But anyway, I had 3 starts on the weekend of Halloween. One, I had kitted them up, and again, you'll see I have a ton kitted up right now. I have everything for like all of these patterns, with the exception of 2 patterns. I don't know what fabric. And I want I think like a light green, but I don't know. We'll talk about that when we get. So I started 2 projects, and again, they were kind of on a, I was on a Twitch stream with Michelle G, and I posted, all of my whips that I had, and or not whips, but kitted projects. And a couple people were like, "Oh, I'm not finished with that. I need you to salo with me." And I was like, "Okay, I'll start it." Because it's something that I wanted to get done anyway, so I wouldn't have kitted it otherwise, kind of thing. I was struggling with the fabric a little bit on this one though, but eventually, when I started digging through some of the boxes that I got from Be Stitch Me and a couple of the other ones, I started realizing, oh, I got something that'll work. I got something that'll work. So I started The Personal is Political. I do not remember who wanted to sell this though from that stream. The Personal is Political. This is where I kind of work on it at work. I brought my Lowry table clamp that I got so that I could, use it at retreats and things, because I got a couple of retreats next year. Pardon the yawn. But I did a floss conversion. I used the called for overdyes that she sent, because I won this on one of her D-stashes, and she sent the overdyes and the pattern. So I'm using eucalyptus and brass and almond latte, which are the overdyes that are called for. But everything else I converted to either a Bestitch Me silk, or I converted it to this is a Dinky Dyes. This yellow is a Dinky Dyes silk that I got from Mislaid Pages when I'm doing. It's been kind of on hiatus for a long time. The Twisted Rainbow Sampler. But the only color that's not close or similar is this elderberry from Bestitch Me, and it ended up being like a maroon color. But I like it a lot, so it worked really well. I was hella nervous with the maroon in this, but then it turned out really well when you pulled out the rest of it. So this is being stitched on an opal linen, 32 count from Bestitch Me. And this came in her autumn equinox box, and it's called Fall Foliage. But yeah, so it turned out super cute. I'm liking it a lot. I'm almost done with the words. Like, if I sat down for 25 minutes and used this, I would get the rest of the personal is done. This is over 1. There is an alphabet that she gives you, but I think it's so that you could fill in your initials here. And then the border. So this should fit within this. This is an 8x8 Q-snap. Well, Q-snap. But I like it. It's super cute. It's super fun. And I can pretty much get through about 1 strand of floss during my, what should be 30 minutes, but is really only about 20-minute lunch period. Personal is Political, Bendy Stitchy Designs, and Michelle G. I think I told you guys. Oh, 2 over 2. 2 strands of either silk or floss over 2 linen threads. So, Personal is Political. I'm getting there. The other like work project other than my 40 count over 1 is the Biscornu from Meridian Designs that I seriously need to like start working on. The next one that I started working on, again, because people were like, hey, can you style that with me? This is my start on Moonlight Sampler by the Blue Flower. I've gotten so far, right? This is on 36 count Edinburgh linen by Mystic Fabrics, and I'll be honest, I know that my margins on this are going to be like maybe 1.5 inches. Like, that's going to be about it, to be honest. And I know that. So this was a tight fit. But starting in the center, I should be good. I know I have enough lengthwise, but this is one of the scroll clamps. I can't think of the title at this point, but yeah, I got to start on it. I'm so used to stitching 2 over 2 that I grabbed 2 floss threads when I did this, and now that I think about it, I was like, man, this is a little bit more challenging. What's going on, you know? And so I think what I realized is that I was stitching this 2 over 2, and I was like, oh dang, should I have been doing this 1 over 2? But because I got obsessed with the other project, I don't know how many times I'm going to say that this period during this section here. I really haven't gone back to it. So, but yeah, I thought that this Olympia was going to work really well because it's got that like kind of grayish, but you know, that kind of dusky color where it's kind of a little bit dirty blue, and gray. And so yeah, I'm super thrilled. That should be good. Maybe it's not straight. I don't know. Anyway, it looks crooked right now, but anyway, so we'll try 1 over 2 probably in like a couple of these stitches here, and then see which one I like better, and I might have to go back and undo that and then stitch it in 1 over 2. But the coverage is amazing. Just gonna say, coverage is amazing. So the project fall has been waiting for. And I'm sure if you have been watching the Twitch streams and, you know, all of them, you've seen, you know, me working on this. But it is Miss Cherry Blossom by Mirabilia. Oh, I'm loving it. Loving it. I don't know why. I think it's, like I said, I think it's a combination of everything. The colors, the fabric that I have for it, everything is just amazing right now. Again, I'm a little nervous with the beads, but are you ready? I started this October 30th. And here I am. I'm down in here in her skirt. And you know what? When you're up close, like working on it, you really don't, you're like, man, this is so tedious. I'm changing colors and blah, blah, blah. But then you step back and it's like, oh no, that was necessary. That was so necessary. And it was completely necessary. So I'm getting down into some, like some really big sections of color blocking. Like down in here, this is like primarily like 2 or 3 colors that just go down, and right in here as well. So I'm getting into some big sections where it's just going to be all one color, with the exception of like a few little flower designs. But I absolutely love it. It is so amazing. I'm a little nervous, like I said, that the spots for my beads are going to be a little different because this is being stitched on 28 count, not the called for 32. This is being stitched on 28 count. It's called Punch. It's by Stitch Me. That washes it out. So let's go back here. That is more of what it looks like. 28 count Punch. It's a linen from Stitch Me. So it's a casual linen. And it's absolutely amazing. Called for DMCs, all the called fors. I started stitching this Krynic and I was like, how do people stitch with this? I used Thread Magic. I'll try like some of the other beadwax I have when I go to, you know, do some of the other Krynic work. But it turned out okay. So I'm not too upset. So there's a little bit of a story that goes along with this, because one of the things that I needed is a bead that I think goes here. And when I first kitted this project, that bead was not in stock on 1-2-3 Stitch. And I'm kind of on a no spend period. Not just a no spend November, but a no spend period. I've spent a lot of money on stitching and I need to stop. I think I have enough right now, and I definitely have enough right now. You'll see what I mean here in a minute. But I needed this bead, and the way I'm going on this sucker, like, I'm going to be finishing here, you know, this year. So I'm like, I'm going to need that bead, and it was out of stock before. So I'm like, man, I probably should just buy it now, even though I really shouldn't buy anything. And there were a couple other flosses for the multitude of things that I have kitted right now. But anyway, so I bought that bead, and I'm like, well, I can't just buy the bead. So that's when I bought like some extra floss, and here's my random floss for the send your project bags my way, because I'm kind of needing them. Anyway, Miss Cherry Blossom from Mirabilia. I might be a Mirabilia stitcher. I have Winter White Santa kitted. I've had it kitted. I've had it on the scroll frame since I got the fabric from Chromatic Alchemy, but I never started it. And I don't know what just drew me to this one, but all of a sudden I started stitching on this sucker, and I have not wanted to stop. So even though I should be grading, chances are probably not gonna. Probably going straight to this. But that's the way it is. But I love her. I love her. Here's my back so far. Not too bad. Down here in the skirt, I got like Carrie Happy. But yeah, I did the skin 1/1. I'm not super thrilled. Like I mean, it looks okay, but it's a little uneven in parts. So I don't know. I need some more work on some 1/1, I guess. But yeah, I still love this project. I'm obsessed. I don't know what to tell you. So let's do haul, which is all of like barely 2 things. It's like my fabric of the month and the silk of the month. So Mystic Fabrics. Oh, why do I? Oh, because there's one more project that I need to kit up, and I know that I'm going to do it. And I just so happen to have bought a bunch of this kind of, you'll see. So this is from Mystic Fabric. It's called Silver Mist. And this one just happened to be a 40 count opal. Because I do the higher counts, because I want to try some of the higher count ones. And it's super pretty. It's super light, you know. It's got that kind of skyish color. I don't mind opals. I'm finding that this isn't too bad for me. But that is the first project that I've done on an opal. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do it on this particular fabric, but I do have a 36 count Silver Mist and a 40 count Silver Mist that I got from Misty's Games like 3 or 4 weeks ago. And every time I think about it, I'm like, oh, I should go and see if she's having games again. And you're like, no, you can't buy anything right now. Don't buy anything. Because you got enough. Okay. But anyway, I need to pull the floss for the Steel City Stitchers retreat that Hello from Liz Mathews designed for the attendees. We've gotten the pattern. I haven't kitted it up. So I think I'm going to do it on Silver Mist. And instead of, I don't know, again, opal or not opal, or one of the other colors that I have. But I might use some of the Bestitch Me silks if I can get, you know, kind of close with the colors, or, you know, I might play. I'm not a big, like, changing of the colors, but I really like that elderberry, so that's about the only thing that I'm going to do. So that's something that I do have to kit up still. And I want to finish before the retreat because they're going to have finishing supplies for us when we're there. So if I attend, well, I am attending. I've already put in for work. I think everybody and their brother will be like, what the heck? She's not going to be here? I know, but that's just the way it's going to go. I put it off for work. I've, you know, I've scheduled my flight. I've scheduled the hotel. I am set, with the exception of the ride to the hotel. So that'll work that out. Anyway, my other fabric of the month is the Bestitch Me. It's Cardinal, and maybe that is close. That's probably pretty close. It's Cardinal. This is a 32 count linen. I am a linen or an even weave stitcher. I'm not a huge Ada fan. I don't mind it, but it's not what I like to stitch on. So I really like even weave. Luganas, Jobelins, they're my jam. That 28 count linen is like I said, I'm loving it right now. But I thought that was a great cardinal red. I was like, wow, that's beautiful. No idea what I'm going to put on it. Probably want to do some like white work on it or something rather than, I think that would be interesting. A monochromatic kind of white, white on that. Anyway, again, Cardinal. This is Bestitch Me's fabric of the month. Sorry about the crinkle. You're going to be hearing a little bit more of that crinkle here in a little bit, though, let me tell you. And then her silks, for her silks of the month, this is Nova, she said. And let's see. I'm finding that if I'm back here, you get the colors a little bit better, but I know it's kind of far away. So this kind of pink, and that's about probably pretty close to the right color. When I get up here, it kind of washes it out a little bit. This is Petunia, and that's a very Petunia color. Yes, I would agree. This kind of ice blue, is baby blue. Periwinkle. It's got some variegations in there. I gotta sneeze. Nova. Excuse me. I think I have Nova, so that might be another skein of that. And then Hydrangea. That's a really light, pretty purple. Anyway, so, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I can't get it to you very well, but those are kind of the colors that you're looking at. I'm liking stitching with her silks on the Personal is Political, though. But yeah, it's been so long since I've done this. I'm like sitting here going, did I say all the chart names? Did I say all what the fabric counts were? Did I say what I'm stitching them with? Did I say how I'm stitching them? I'm like, I have no idea right now. So if I forgot anything, just let me know. I'll try to comment back. It's been a little bit of a hectic week. We had some things go on at our building. Halloween is always fun to try to be a teacher around that time, and then the fact that it was a Sunday. Anyway, the next thing I got was the Stash Delights box. I have not eaten this biscotti. I probably should. Cinnamon toffee. Totally gonna try it. The cute little easel. I don't know what I might do with this. But the kids have been asking, because I have it on the Personal is Political, I do have it on my stand. And so they're like, what is that? And so they have been asking me what it is or what I'm doing. So Prickly But Lovable was her design from this. And I thought that was super cute. This is the August box. We all know that she had some things going on. So we were patient, and they've started to come. This needle minder is super pretty. It's like it's kind of sandy, kind of rock kind of thing. Carnelian rounds. They're like an orange color. Let me see. They're not going to show up the orange that they truly are, but they're like a very orange color. They're super pretty. And then the fabric bag, or the floss bag that she gave with the box. And the September box, I think, is on its way. But this is her flower silk duo. It's called Desert Sunset. It's super pretty. I don't want to say peach, because peach is too light, but it's like it got a little bit more of that pink tone to it. But that's super pretty, and into the maroons and like reddish browns. Heart Moth. It's really just a pretty blend of like tans and sand kind of colors. This is Forbidden Fibers One of a Kind Cold Dark. It's a silver gray, super pretty. And then we have Gloriana One of a Kind Desert Dunes. This is a really pretty brown, or rust kind of color. And then Olive from Stitchy Silk. And I wouldn't say it's olive color. I'd say it's a little bit darker, but super pretty too. So that was everything that came in the Stash Delights box from August. So I can throw that away now. Throw that away, not what came in the box. Because I really liked what came in the box. Let me double check. I was just double checking that there wasn't anything in there. All right. Are you ready? So I don't know what got into me at this point, or what I decided, or why I decided this. I think it was because I had a whole bunch of patterns, and I was like, you know what? I got a whole bunch of patterns, and I have a whole bunch of fabric. I need to put fabric with patterns, and, you know, at least start to put things together. Otherwise, I am never, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just collecting at this point, and, like, that's just not going to be good. So I started putting everything together. And oh man. Let me tell you. I should stop saying oh man. But let me tell you. I got a lot of projects I want to start. I got a lot of projects that I want to start. So, we're going to start with the one that I don't have fabric for right now. These are two that I got from Galleria, St. Nick's Berries and Naughty or Nice. And this, like I said, I really want to get like a pale green, or like a, you know, kind of, I have like, I think I have from Fiber on a Whim. I don't think the fabric's big enough to do all of them, but Cypress. But I think that's a little too dark. So, I don't know. Anyway, have the flosses for them, just don't have the fabric for them. And I'm using, because she calls for weeks, I'm not using weeks. I'm using the DMC blends and conversions. Oh, which is another thing. When you do blends, are you like super picky about which color goes on which side, the left or the right, when you're crossing on the top? Help a sister out. Because this will require a lot of blends, and this has 3 blends in it, and I haven't been caring one way or another because I kind of like the look of how it gives it shade and variation. So, let me know. Let me know down below, okay? When you're working with blends, do you like force it to be one way or another? Curiosity. So those are 2 that I have, like I said, the floss for. I don't have the fabric for. And I'm not going out and purchasing fabric. I'm just saying. That, and to make these berries, you need a lot of extra fabric on these things. So, you'll see me just toss them because right now, the majority of these kits are all in the same bag. I do have like 3 projects that are in this bag that are pre-kitted, but I've already shown you them, so I'm not going to show you those again. But they are typically they were the Mill Hill kits that came from the Autumn Epic boxes and Equinox boxes from Be Stitch Me, and then one of them that I got from the Round Robin at Galleria. So that was that. All right, so here we go. I was like, all right, I don't know what to do. Or I showed this fabric, and during one of Michelle G's one of her Halloween vlogs, she was like, "Oh, that fabric is beautiful, but I don't know what I'd put on it." I know exactly what I'm going to put on this, and it's going to be amazing. This Owl Forest embroidery, Fancy Pumpkins or something like that. I thought that green would be like outstanding because like I don't think they're going to blend in that much with the fabric. Or if I decide to, if I, place it just so, like, I could put that leaf kind of with this pink and then that bright orange yellow pumpkin, like right in the middle, that big gourd, right, will just pop right off of this. So this Fancy Pumpkins or whatever from Owl Forest Embroidery is on 40 count Newcastle linen by Mystic Fabric, and it's called Hello Beautiful. This was her October fabric of the month. I was like, bingo, done. I was like, because I agree to a certain extent. I was kind of like, I don't know what to put on that, but then that yellow, all of a sudden I was like, yes, that yellow is gonna pop on this sucker. So these are the colors that kind of go with it. Amazing. I'm like, done. So Owl Forest Embroidery, Pretty Pumpkins, I think is what it's called. Although right now it's in Russian, so I don't know what that actually translates to. But doesn't matter. Super excited for this one. Don't know when I'm going to start it though. No idea. And so, it brings me to one of my other obsessions, obviously, because I'm stuck on this Mirabilia. I got this Witching Hour by Nora Corbett. I know I told you guys about getting the pattern. But I bought all the stuffs for it, and I'm going to do this on 32 count linen from Bestitch Me in the color Sorbet. Because that's like a tan color, and I wasn't too thrilled with the tan, but I thought the purples and everything would look really good on that kind of yellowy peachy color. So, Sorbet from Bestitch Me. This was, I got this on a Friday Night Fight Night. So, that's, you know, beating / Mirabilia / Nora Corbett number 5 or 6, I think. I don't even know anymore. But that's all ready to go. Super excited. Sorbet. Okay. This was kind of pre-kitted. This is, The World is, or Odd World by Bendy Stitchy. She did this with, where this came from, Twisted Rabbit samplers, I think. When she did the journal. So this all just came with it. So I just put it together, and at some point I need to get stitching with Ymir silks, because there's never a problem with Ymir silks. So that's kitted and in my kitted projects. This was one of the second round of kitting projects, and this is Bittersweet Village by Hello from Liz Mathews. I typically don't gravitate toward this type of pattern, but I think I liked the colors when I was looking at it. Anyway, this is the fabric that I got to go with this. It just called for DMCs. I'm using DMCs. I'm using DMC pretty much for everything. So this is actually 32 count vintage smoky white Belfast, and it's a linen from it looks like Zweigart. So it's just you won't see it. I mean, if I get maybe up close, you can kind of see that there's like the some like gray off white kind of colors. So it's got some subtle texture to it, but not like a lot. So I thought that would look really good on that. It would give it some texture without like overwhelming it. So I don't know. Like I said, DMC. Other than that, I didn't do the call for fabric on that anyway. Okay. Next. Purple Pumpkin Pin Keeps. I'm probably not going to turn these into individual little pillows. What I'm probably going to do is make one gigantic biscornu with this. And this was this fabric anyway, came from the Autumn Epic box, or Equinox box, one of the two. And this is the color Acorns. It's a 32 count linen, and I thought that would look really good with those purples. So, yeah. So, Purple Pumpkin Pin Keep, and that's going to go on Acorns. I think I have enough fabric for it. I should double check. I'll probably end up double checking. I'm pretty sure I double checked with everything prior to like putting it with the pattern and everything. Like I said, I need, anybody got project bags they're not using? I need to make a whole bunch of little ones actually. Anyway, I think I've got big enough fabric for all the projects that I put them with. So, Butterfly Biscornu by Meridian Designs. I actually picked this fabric out when I was there, kind of with this in mind. And, oop, dogs are back. But I just made it official. Yes, I know. I'm super excited. So this is a fabric by Stephanie. And she called it Isolde. and it's a 32 count Lugana. So, but I'm doing butterfly biscornu on this. And I'm super excited. I can't wait. Well, I can wait because I've got a million projects to do and a million other things to do. We're just not going to talk about that. Anyway, Cleocatra, since I already had the sulkies, I was like, I might as well. So I threw them in here. And this fabric is a 28 count vellum. It's casual linen from, I think this is also Swagart. It's an order, something I made from Bestitch Me like a million years ago for something else. And it just, I thought that that would look good because it kind of has that like papyrus feel. And I thought that would look really good with, I don't know, an Egyptian cat. Go figure, you know? I wanted to use this for like another project, but I knew I didn't want to do it on 32 or 28 count. So I was like, Cleocatra can go on 28, but my other project can't. I'm going to have to fit that back in there later. I don't remember what project it is though, so don't ask because like I said, I got a million over here. Actually, I'm getting down to the end here, but that's okay. The next one, I didn't print out like it's in the magazine, the Halloween magazine. It's Happy Owl-oween by Autumn Lane Stitchery. And I saw this pattern and I was like, you know what, I need to stitch that. And so I went and I got the Murky, Picture This Plus Murky. So it's on a 32 count Lugana. I'm doing this on a 32 count Lugana. In the colorway Murky. I'm like, not that everybody needs to see it, but, you know, Murky. Y'all have seen Murky, right? Y'all have seen Murky? Nothing new to see there? Anyway, called for on that one because why not do called for? This one has a bag. When I finished the Mill Hill kit, I was like, I'm going to put a Halloween one in there. So, Happy Halloween it was. Okay, we're getting into the Autumn Lane section of my, pardon the crinkle. Okay, so something wicked this way comes. I did have a little bit of help when I was doing this, but anyway, this is the pattern. Something wicked this way comes. And I like the grays that they kind of put on this, but I don't know. I didn't want to purchase more fabric. So what I picked was this. And this is Galaxy. This is by Bestitch Me. It's a 32 count Lugana. So I thought that would be super cute. I would probably put, yeah, I'd probably have it this way, where the moon would be kind of up in this corner where it's got the blue anyway. This is probably how I would stitch on it. But yeah, super cute. Love it lots. I like Brandy's fabrics a lot too. I like Misty's fabrics a lot too. But when I found like stitching on that Bestitch Me, I was like, ooh. Tell you what. Sorry for the crinkle. Like I said, humor project bag. The next one that I picked was Potions and Spells. So what was hilarious about this one was that I'm looking at all the fabric that I have, and all of a sudden I come across this one. Pardon the crinkle. Here we go again. I'm going to put it under the desk so maybe it's not as bad. And I was like, oh, this one should go good. And this, for anyone that maybe doesn't remember, this is Mirage, and this is by Picture This Plus, if I'm not mistaken. It's a 32 count. And I had initially started the cryptids on this because I liked the kind of gray, you know, purplish color that came on it, right? And I'm like, ooh, that's super pretty. And then I pulled out this pattern, Potions and Spells, and I was like, oh, I think I could do that on this, you know? And then, lo and behold, what is the called for? Mirage by Picture This Bliss. Okay, done. Like, didn't have to think too hard on that one. So, yeah, I actually managed to have the called for a pattern. I didn't know what I was going to be doing. Again, I apologize for the crinkle. But again, you guys will, if you turn around all of the bags, or, you know, I've got all of the stuff with it. So, like I said, I got to get busy at the sewing machine making some grime guards and some project bags. This one, it took a while for me to find what I wanted to do with this one, but this is Barbara Anna Designs Let It Snow. Part of the reason that I saw this, or I wanted to do this, was, and this is the one where I was looking to use the vellum from Cleocatra, but this is on a 32 count and calls for a 32 count natural linen, but I was like, I don't have 32 count natural linen. I'm not buying 32 count natural linen just to make it look like what the, you know, picture says. And right now I've got it in this little, I'll remind me story time here. But I liked the look of vellum. But again, I didn't want to do it on 28 because it was going to make it massive. And part of the reason why I was like, hey, I really want to do this on 32 because I want it to be the size that, you know, it was. When I was at Galleria and I was in So Much to Love's, you know, shop, she had made a project bag where there was a vinyl front and that pattern was on the inside. And I'm like, yes, please. Yes. So I was like, I need to do that. So, had the floss. And I was like, man, I don't know what to do. You know, what kind of, what am I gonna do with this? And then it just so happens that in yet another autumn equinox box, Mabon. It's a 32 count opal linen. It came in, like I said, one of the autumn equinox boxes, and I thought that that would be great because it's got like kind of I didn't want to go too like grayish like because I thought hardcore about Silver Mist by Mystic Fabrics, and then I felt hardcore about it, but I was like, man, I like to have a little bit of texture, and that looked just too dull and gray, and I was like, I don't want anything dull and gray. Give me sparkle. I mean, maybe I could do it on that opal now, but it's 40 count, so it would be super small, wouldn't it? I don't know, I'd have to do some calculations. Anyway, I thought that the colors and everything went really well with this, so Mabon it is. Anyway, so slight story time, because I only have like one teeny tiny thing left, which you guys are all like, thank God. Story time. I had gone into Michael's and I had a gigantic list of floss that I needed for like the first set that I was kitting up. So we're talking like the fancy pumpkins, we're talking the you know, this Mirabilia, the Nora Corbett Witching Hour. I had like 7 patterns, and Let It Snow. I had like 7 patterns that I was kitting up, and I was like, man, and I had the floss that I needed grouped by the project, and I'm like, man, I don't want to just buy like a whole bunch, mix them all together, and then have to sort them out later. How in the world am I going to put the floss in such a way that I just will go home and my project will be with the little $1.99 pencil pouch right. I bought like 7 of these things just so that I wouldn't have to sort my projects later. So that's where that came from. And then the last teeny tiny project that you kind of see here is, I don't have the pattern for it, but it's going to be done. It's You I Like. And this is like a little scrap fabric that came from Misty from one of her games. And I want to stitch it like right along this yellow blue where they kind of meet. And I'm thinking I'm going to do it in this silk. And this is Hibiscus by Bestitch Me. I thought that was super fun. So this is it's that collaboration with It Is Kismet and Bendy Stitchy Designs, and It's You I Like pattern. It is a freebie. I will not put it down. I'll try to link it below, but I will not distribute that pattern. That's something that you'll have to go to their site for. But yeah, I thought that was a good one. If I can find the link, I'll be honest, I just downloaded the pattern. Super, super cute. I thought that would look really, really good. And then also, you know, I can stitch this like a million times. So I think I'm going to do it, like I said, along that yellow blue border. I don't think I want to do it like this way. I think I want to do it like this. So yeah. I think that's everything. I think that's everything that I stitched on. I think that's everything that I kitted. I think that's everything that I purchased. Again, I am getting a few boxes that I won't necessarily be showing. Oh, and then I realized I've got like a million holiday boxes, I guess, coming. I've got Yule Ball coming. I think I ordered the marshmallow one from Fangirl Fibers. I think I had the Stitchy box, just the regular Advent box, not the Bash one. I have, so there's 3. Stitchy box, Forbidden Fiber, I know I have the box but we won't talk about that box. I do have that box coming. I've got like 4 or 5 boxes coming for the holidays. So I'm really not gonna need to shop there anytime soon. So yeah, I think the only thing that I'm going to be doing is kitting up the Steel City Stitchers one. I'm obviously, like I said, highly obsessed with Miss Cherry Blossom. So that's pretty much the only plans that I have right now is Miss Cherry Blossom. And then I stitched, like I said, on the Personal is Political at work during my lunch. I'd like to finish that soon. I want to finish that little mini ornament from the Heart's Content as well. So hopefully by the end of the year. But I now have something like 20 or 32 things kitted right now. I'm like, yikes. So I know that Michelle G, like I said, over at Bendy Stitchy, she's going to be talking about one of the plans that somebody came up with today in her Twitch stream. So I'll let her tell you about it because she knows all the details more so. But I'm probably going to be partaking because I got a lot that I can be working on right now. So, and I got a few things that I need to dig out from boxes and kind of put away. So, but yeah, I think I'm going to do a conversion on that and we'll go from there. I got to put all this stuff away. Finish, working on some stitching there. I got a lot of grading to do. It's been a hot minute since I talked to y'all. Great talking to you again. It's been a little bit of a mess at work, but we're getting there. And that Thanksgiving break is right around the corner. I think we're all ready for it. So with that said, I hope that you are doing good, having fun stitching, and enjoying your time. I hope you enjoyed this long update on mostly just stitching from me, and we'll see you hopefully in a week, but I make no promises. Make zero promises, y'all. So we'll see you when we see you. All right, everyone have a great time.